So last year I had stopped in, I believe it was McLean, Texas, for the Barbed Wire Museum, which was way more fascinating than I had expected. And today I'm in Haines, Alaska, and come across a giant hammer out in front of this little house, and it is the Hammer Museum. And I thought, okay, I've got to add the Hammer Museum to the Barbed Wire Museum. So I've come in here, and why don't you come along? We'll do a little bit of a tour. Jonathan, who's curator, is going to tell us a little bit about the history of the Hammer Museum, which is located in Haines, Alaska. So I arrived in Haines yesterday, and in about an hour I'll be getting on the ferry. It's going to take me up the Lynn Canal to Skagway. The Hammer Museum of Haines, Alaska. Check it out.
Oh, well, we are at the world famous Hammer Museum in Haines, Alaska, at the top of the Inside Passage. This is where fresh water turns into salt water, or salt water turns into fresh water, depending on which way you're going. This is a valley with thousands and thousands of years of history from the native people, the Tlingit people, the indigenous. And Dave, for reasons completely unrelated to starting a Hammer Museum, had bought this place out of necessity so he could do a job and support his family. But while he was working on the foundation in the back, he dug up a Tlingit artifact. And when he took it to the Tlingit people, to the elders at Klukwan, to see what it was, they told him what it was. He offered it back, and they said, no thanks. It's a pretty spooky artifact. And they didn't have a chain of custody. They didn't know why it had gone in the ground. So they said, Dave, that's yours. You found it, that's yours. Dave put it on the wall, and all of a sudden, a passion, a drive, and a focus, like get out of the way kind of focus. 2.5 years later, he opens the door.
He started collecting.
Oh.
And people started bringing him hammers.
Well, at one point, yeah, because basically he alienated all the people that were involved in collecting hammers, because every time one came up for auction, if he wanted it for the museum, he got it. And they were kind of like, well, what's the deal with this guy, Dave? He never puts one up. He's only taken them. Well, he opens the door. We get sued by the Armand Hammer Foundation 3 times. A Wall Street journalist picks up on it, puts it on the cover of the Wall Street Journal. Those guys back up. We get the publicity. And all of a sudden, all those tool collector guys realize Dave is the patron saint of hammers. And then they are on board and in support. And everybody else on the planet now knows where to send Grandpa's tools, because we are, in fact, the world's only hammer museum. And what it's dedicated to is preserving the fact that this is where this, and this got us before tech took over.
Thank you.
You're
Now
very
I can officially say I got hammered without drinking a drink.
well done. I can quit anytime.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm going to grab one of these.
There you go.
Did you say there's about 5,000 hammers in here?
There's about 2,500 hammers in here. We just put another 1,100 up out of storage into what was the office. They're not actually on display yet, but we can get to them. And then he's got another 5,000 or 6,000 scattered around. So grand total, it's up around 10,000 hammers. Not counting artwork that's been made from hammers. And yes, there's hammers on the ceiling. There's hammers in the bathroom. Just about every single place we could find to put a hammer, a force multiplier.
So many different uses. Well, thank you very much for telling us about that.
My pleasure. Thanks for listening to me.